Hey everybody, my name is Albert Corey, aka Business Stream Specialist, Business Growth Leader, and I got to make sure this is recording. And today we bring on. Remember, every day we try to bring you on some amazing guests, cool people that are going to take you to the next level. So if you're watching this, everybody, remember sharing is caring because we want to get you to the next level. So if you want to get yourself to the next level, women, anybody, I want you to start hitting 11111, or type the word rocket, because we want to rocket you to the top, guys. Always remember, sharing is caring. You can also see this broadcast again, always in a day or so when you go to my page at Albert Corey, albertc360.com. where you can see my podcast, my YouTube videos, how to get a hold of me on all social media platforms. But anyways, now on with the show. Remember, sharing is caring. But today we got Miss Kelly Du. Her superpower, dun, 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 she's going to take all you women to soar to the top. Because if you're not going to soar, guys, you're going to be at the bottom floor in the basement. Now, I don't know about you, but good things do not happen in the basement, guys. We want to climb to the top of the ladder. We want to be like superwomen who can jump. I think, am I saying this right? Jump with a single bound, go from the basement to break that ceiling and do what you got to be in life that nothing could stop you. Miss Kelly, on with the show. Please tell us who you are and what you do.
Hi, my name is Kelly DuRoy. And I'm a small business coach, and my superpower is getting people to work in their center of genius. I work with women, minorities, LGBTQ communities. So that's what I do.
So now, you said your superpowers. We all got superpowers, right, Miss Kelly? What
Yes.
makes you different? Some people's superpowers. So some of my superpowers can be, especially during this pandemic, is I know how to find the cool shows on Netflix. I don't think you're teaching that. So what is your unique power? Like I said, mine, so many people have that superpower. They know every cool Netflix show. Unfortunately, I don't have that power, but it's okay.
I'm going to say my superpower is going to be creativity. I think in this economy, you do have to be creative. You do have to come up with ideas as to how you can pivot and get yourself out there. And we've had some challenges, but I look at challenges as opportunities. And, as Mark Twain used to say, opportunities always show up with suspenders, and most people find it disguised as work. But yeah, you have to do that too.
So what would you say? Okay, I go and I get you. Start giving me 5 ways, okay, because we are in education. I show education marketing. So what are some of the 5 ways, or you can say as many as you want and take as long as you want, to say how women, whoever needs this opportunity, okay, what are some of the ways you would show people how to find their opportunities?
One of the biggest ways you can show your opportunities is sit down with a piece of paper and kind of think about the things that people are constantly complimenting you on that you're good at, and you didn't give it any thought, but you're really an expert at, and people come to you no matter what. Hey, you know what, Kelly, you're really good at this. I like this. You know what, Sally, I find that your cake recipe is just one of the best I've ever had. How you do it? So in that, once they find their sweet spot, so to speak, then they can think about where do they want to go? What differentiates them? Work with that. And then the third thing that they'll want to do is how do they get the word out to let people know that they're open for business? And that can be done by, I do a lot of networking. I do, like you, I do Facebook Lives. I talk to people about what I have to offer. And then the last one that I think of is connection. You really have to connect with what you're doing and the people that you're serving.
Okay. I know the answer to this because you see, but I want you to say it.
Sure.
How people are saying, well, I'm locked up in my house. I can't do anything. Answer that. I mean, so that when this is not what I've been preaching, but please tell people in your words, okay, how you can connect even in lockdown.
The way I've been connecting in lockdown is Zoom calls, streaming live, that kind of thing, so you can see each other. Some people use FaceTime. I know many people during this challenging time have been, hey, let me FaceTime Aunt Bessie. She lives by herself, so they don't feel alone. I think that's one of the things. It's created depression with a lot of people, and just checking in with people is really important. So if they're in lockdown, they need to be able to reach out that way if they can't get out of the house for whatever reason.
How would, okay, since this were business minded, how would the small women business owners, what would you say they need to do now during this lockdown? I understand, success to me, and that's why I do the lives, to do one to many. So what would you tell a women owner who's in New York? I think, yeah, New York is still one of the super lockdown states.
Yes.
Or in California, where it's really on lockdown, where how can they build their business even though I can't get out, I'm locked down? What would you tell them what they need to do to go to do one to many?
What they need to do is get out there. Facebook Lives really work. People see you. You create excitement and then engagement. And at the end, you can have that enrollment conversation without it feeling like a hard sell. But they can get out there by doing I'm really a believer in the Facebook Lives. I think those help.
Can I add something to that if you don't mind?
Sure.
I know I'm a new you, but I've always told people, and this is kind of what I teach.
Sure.
We'll have a webinar coming up. If you follow me, Albert Corey, it's next Tuesday at 7:00, and Everbright is you have to go out and do, and this is what I'm showing people, is what I call education marketing. But what I show people is how you do a soft sell. A soft sell is if any, you do your little, whatever you talk about.
Sure.
And I have a whole little course on how to do it. But the end of the day, I always use those, and that's how I got you. The magic words, if you have any questions or comments, leave it below. Right? Now, that's not a hard sell. The whole idea is to get somebody to call you.
Right.
Can I give you another quick tip? I put a YouTube video out probably 3 years ago on what a PA is. All right. I got a call yesterday. I put the video out 3 years ago.
Wow.
And guess what? They call me because and guess what? Let me tell you what else I will tell people. And this is what I talk about all the time. The power of free. You know what the power of free is a crazy word. You like free, by the way?
Everybody likes free.
Okay.
Who doesn't like free?
Power of free, but you got to use the power of free wisely to get somebody to talk to you. And you answer every question, right? And then once you start answering the questions, and at the end, obviously you don't talk to them. I mean, I did get I'm huge, real quick. I'm just telling people I'm huge in the office on Google reviews. That's part of my blueprint. And somebody got upset at me and gave me a negative, 1 star, because after talking to them for an hour, I did ask them, if you have any questions or comments, would you want to work with me? But this was after an hour. Sure. But you still give the power of free. The power of free. So what else you want to tell people now that I inject?
Well, I obviously think reviews are always helpful. Word of mouth. You know, when you're talking to people and you know that there's small business owners out there, you know, refer them. I refer a lot of people because they may do an amazing job or on something that they do. And that costs me nothing. Or to like some of their, when they put things out, like things that they do. If there's a way you can support other people, do that. You know, if they have a product or service that you're in need of, support them and go ahead and buy that product or service. So those are also ways that we can support each other even in lockdown when people are having a hard time getting out and especially in the hot spots right
Okay. One more question. What
Sure.
would you tell somebody that, whoa, you know, I'm being paraphrasing, but, whoa, but there's no events to go to. I'm on lockdown. I can't go nowhere. Answer that question. For all these women who want to go out and take their stuff and break that ceiling, jump to that highest mountain, what would you tell them?
I would say that there are a heck of a lot of virtual events. I highly recommend them. You know, pick and choose. There's a lot of them, and just go out there and we can all learn from each other. So one of the things with the virtual events is you can connect with other people. It's almost like being in the room, only you're hundreds of miles away. And then with those, you learn other things, and that is also going to help you get the word out about what you do. And if there are people that don't do what you do, but you think they're amazing, talk about them too. Connect on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a great tool. I also have a LinkedIn profile, and I find it really helpful when people say, hey, you know, I like what you do. Are you on LinkedIn? Yes. Or Facebook. However you do it. Those are other ways that people can still mingle. They can still get the word out on what they're doing and learn in the process. Sometimes there's cool speakers.
All right. Now let's go to some fun stuff. I know that when we talked like one time on the phone there, you live in Ohio. What do you like to, besides helping people? And if today we had no more of this quarantine stuff, what would you like to do? What is your cool thing to do when we're not like can't leave 3 feet from our house without somebody complaining?
Oh gosh, my cool thing to do, and I'm really excited about getting back to it soon, is ballroom dancing. I love
Ballroom dancing?
Yeah,
No wonder why you're very smooth and suave.
I compete. Yeah, I
Wow.
compete, and they
Means you're a smooth lady if you can sit there. So, dude, I step on, you know, it's like me when I dance, it's like cockroaches. I get my wife's foot. Get that foot. You know? So nobody likes dancing with me because they say either I have no rhythm or I'm gonna smack your toes. So, but
yeah.
I'm
Yeah. Right now I'm dancing by myself. I'll do like the LeBlast or something like that to keep
listen.
ballroom.
Hey, I'll do it with you, you know. There you go. The only difference is when we're doing it virtually, remember, if I go right, you got to go left so we can be matching on the screen. See, this is my system, guys. By the way, if anybody knows me, and you can ask Manny, Bill Walsh, any of the people that I hang with on the tours and stuff, and you saw me even in the room that day. This is my normal self. This isn't no fake stuff. Okay. Thank you there, Miss Kelly. How do you say your last name?
DuRoy.
DeRoy.
DuRoy.
We've been telling with Miss Kelly DuRoy, whose superpower is connections. One last part of advice. How can we get a hold of you and an instant way of connecting with you?
I have a Facebook page. I also have a website, www.teamdorada.mentoring.com. And I also am on LinkedIn under Kelly DuRoy.
All right.
It's DuRoy. Yes.
Thank you, everybody. This is Albert Corey. income stream, business strategist. I'm with a good friend of mine. We just met, Kelly. I cannot pronounce her name. And by the way, this is one of my steps, my blueprint. And what step number 5 in the blueprint is events. And we met at events. So if you have any questions or comments with me, how to build your business, take your stuff to the next level, you could always leave it below, or if it's very private, just hit me up on Messenger. Remember, sharing is caring, and you can see me on all social media platforms. Just go to albertc360.com, and you can see me on Facebook, my Facebook, LinkedIn, all my websites, my podcast, and you'll get a free consultation. But also by listening to me, you're going to get my infographic, 5 steps, my 5 steps to increase your profits. Guess what? Most of them will not cost you any money if you text Taxman to Taxman to 26786. Guys, gotta go. Remember, sharing is caring, and talk to you soon. Bye. Figure out how to end the live and say thank you.